I introduce to you Alfie, a 10-slot pen tray I designed and handcrafted, making it easy to grab your pens while also making for a great desktop display, as your writing instruments deserve. In this video, I'm going to share the design, specs, and materials behind the Alfie pen tray. But first, thank you for stopping by Stationery Stack and clicking on this video to learn more. My name is Addie, and I'm behind the products and business here at Stationery Stack. All products have been brainstormed, designed, and handcrafted by me. All this to say that no two pieces are exactly the same. And because I can't wait to share that beauty with you, let's jump right into it. This video is no fluff, just getting right to the specs and make of my very first product of the shop, Alfie. Let's start with the design of this Alfie pen tray. This is a desktop pen tray, and I can place this in any orientation that is best for my setup or my preference of grabbing my pens and displaying them. This is my personal preference right there. These grooves are intentionally made deeper to allow for some stability and security, meaning that when I have pens in my tray and I need to move it around, those pens are not going to shift forward or in any direction where it starts to move them and potentially risk them falling out of the tray. Also, they're not going to start scratching up against each other. And that also includes that when I place the pens and take them out, they're also not going to be scratching up against each other. Let me go through those grooves in more specific details. We have 7 long slots and then 3 on this side. So you can see this is going to give a more shorter profile than the long ones. Internally, this is 7 inches long, and then this is 5 3/4. So let's go in a little more detail. I took one of the larger pens in the industry, the Pilot Urushi, and modeled a couple of lengths over time. And this is the one I settled on because even if I have this pen that it's known to have a large diameter and a long, lengthy barrel, you can see here that I still have space to pick up the pen comfortably. And I have a couple of other pens to also demonstrate. This is a Mont Blanc 149. It is a personal designed one, but it is still that 149 iconic body where it also is known, let me grab that really quick, a large diameter and a length barrel. It's not quite as big as the Urushi, but you can see how that fits in perfectly. Also, a Leonardo Momento Zero Grande fits perfectly in there. I also have a Pelikan M800. I have a Platinum 3776. Then I also have the Pilot Custom 823. And let's see, let's go ahead with a Pilot Vanishing Point. They all fit perfectly into the tray. I have this at a pretty tilted degree, and you can see that the pens are securely facing us and they are not moving. You can see there. As this large diameter is still not touching the Mont Blanc, and the Mont Blanc is not touching its neighbor, you can see that these grooves allow for that stability and security there, and they're not scratching against each other. Let's move on to the shorter side. I first intentionally wanted to have some channels for more of my smaller pocket pens. I love pocket pens. But then I realized, this orientation over here, this design that's happening, lends well to, have a variety of smaller pocket pens. Even the M200, Pelikan MA200, that still fits pretty comfortably there. We also have the TWSBI Mini that fits perfectly there. Even if I push all of the pens to their edges, there's still all of this comfortable space to grab and place your pens back down. I wanted to take this time to also demonstrate the pen with some other popular pen choices like the Twisby Eco. You have your Esterbrook SD. We have a Mont Blanc 146 design. Now this one, I like to kind of demo it there, but then also it fits almost like a glove in this smaller section here. I'll put it here for now. A Sailor 1911 Standard. We'll go with a Lamy Safari. A Leonardo Memento. And a Sailor Pro Gear for that side. Going on to the shorter, we have a very popular body, the Kaweco Sport. This is a piston sport, but it's still about the same size. Then we have a Sailor Mini and a custom maker pen, a Skogsy pen as well. So there you have the pen tray. Let's outline some specs behind this tray. Here we have a 10.5 length by 6 1/4, and the height 1 1/8. The wood itself is about 1 inch, but we have these non-slip pads. The weight does average around 13 ounces, and that average comes from the fact that I do offer the Alfie pen tray in a variety of woods and fabrics. Now let's get into those materials, because I think that's the fun part of the Alfie pen tray. That's where different characteristics come out and different styles. It's the same pen tray, but each one has its own character. Even if it's the same wood and accents and fabric, wood itself just comes with its own fingerprint that cannot be replicated, and that's the beauty of it. So what we're looking at here is a walnut with maple accents. Pretty rich and pretty cool, right? These are solid wood. So this is solid walnut. I do offer, this is a painted cherry. It's important to me to make these trays in quality solid wood for that longevity just like your pens can have. And here we have a maple with walnut accents. I do also offer mahogany and some other, I believe it's an African mahogany that really brings some rich patterns to the frames. And if we don't have accents on the tray, it's because I've opted to just use walnut on walnut or maple on maple, and you get that pattern. And a little fun fact before we go, the name Alfie, it is a little nod to my grandpa. I grew up watching him building some amazing fun things in his shop, so I just had to put a little sprinkle of that inspiration into my products, so hence the name Alfie. Hey, look, it's been really great sharing this time with you. Please hit that subscribe button to be notified when I release more videos, and don't forget to head over to stationerystack.com to get your very own Alfie today. Thank you so much for watching.